I'm Mark Drexler with the Climatographers. We started building the climate web more than a decade ago, and more recently have come up with the metaphor of climate chess as a way of taking advantage of the climate web to really get at the complexities of trying to tackle climate change. There's a lot of discussion out there of what's the best climate solution. We're constantly arguing whether it's individual action, public policy, collective action, nuclear energy, reimagining capitalism, natural climate solutions. We love arguing about what's the best climate solution. And of course, none of these are the best climate solution because there is no best climate solution. They're all important, but they're certainly none of them are the best climate solution. And that's because there are hundreds of pieces on the climate chessboard. It's a massively complicated thing, and climate chess can really be thought of as sort of the ultimate planetary board game. One of the things that makes climate chess so unique as compared to other kinds of more conventional chess is just think about all of the different players that you have involved, from business communities to lawyers to the electric sector to the natural gas sector to NGOs to social scientists to technology communities to the policy communities to scientists, investors. There are a lot of players at the table, and that's one of the things that makes it really complicated. If you want to think about climate chess in terms of team urgency on the side of the planet, team no urgency on the other side of the board, you also want to be thinking about what is team no urgency up to. And so in the climate web, you can actually explore who's on team no urgency, what are the pieces, what are the moves, because part of playing better climate chess has to be how do you counter some of those different moves being made. But if an affirmative standpoint, how to play climate chess itself, we've sort of thought about three different aspects of this. First, you've got to be able to convince people it's worth it. And there is plenty of information out there to make climate change worth it to almost anyone. And more than 100 million adults in the United States identify themselves already as alarmed or concerned about climate change. So this shouldn't be that hard, but you still have to figure out what is it that might best motivate those people. And that's the left-hand column there. You slice and dice that information, and then you deliver it to people based on sort of their characteristics and what they're motivated by. And so this first aspect of playing climate chess is simply to put together your players and your pieces, etc., and to keep things motivated and moving. The second aspect is to think about, well, what is the climate action potential of all these different individuals? And it's not that any of these are good or bad, but based on people's age, gender, skills, their willingness to do outreach, their willingness to contribute resources, time or money, their positions, their business sectors, their educational levels, all of these things can help figure out what is that person's climate action potential. How can they be best deployed to help make progress on climate change? And again, you match those things with the opportunities that are out there. And we've listed just a few of the things here, whether it's lobbying, financing, fundraising, dialoguing, writing. The goal here is to maximize the leverage that individuals can bring to their climate change mitigation efforts through their climate action potential. But this is not by any means the complete list of what the different opportunities are that are out there, and I'll get into that in a little bit more detail in just a moment. But the last point here is to be able to match individual potential with sort of the opportunities day to day to make progress on the climate chessboard. So there are all kinds of things that you can identify and prioritize, and I'll show you a few of them in the next slide. But local options, state options, national options, technology options, dialogue options, purchasing options, litigation options, lots of different things that people could potentially do. Those things are constantly shifting. So as we have there on the right-hand side, January, you might recommend that people do support group A, or in March they get involved with textbook review, or in May they get involved with climate dialogues, or in September they donate some money to a particular group. In November they help get out the vote. The reality is there is no one size all the time fits all thing that people should be doing about climate change. You want to be able to direct individuals to the most opportune climate action opportunities at every point in time while keeping them motivated and engaged. That's what climate chess is about, and the climate web has been built to facilitate the playing of climate chess. Now, if you look at a big report that was done in 2018, Gerard, Legal Pathways to Deep Decarbonization in the United States, they don't talk about climate chess, but they actually identify more than 1,000 climate chess pieces that the executive branch should be moving, U.S. government, Congress, states and state government, state agencies, all the way over to ports, to companies, to individuals, to public utilities. So there are a lot of these ideas already out there about what ought to be considered, what could be moved forward on the chessboard at any given time. We've pulled those and many others together. This list actually contains about 3,000 potential chess pieces and moves that we've pulled from all kinds of different literatures. They can be sliced and diced in all kinds of ways, but the point is that this is a ready-made knowledge base for actually playing climate chess. So if you want to help up Team Urgency Climate Chess game, what can you do? Well, explore the climate web online. It's open access. You can download it for much faster and more powerful exploration. We have what we call climatesites.net, which is really interesting, which information we can extract from the climate web. You can save days of time if you're looking into particular topics with our advanced topical roadmaps, and you can partner with us to support Team Urgency, and we would love to chat more about that. You can learn more, and we have an ebook as well, but you can learn more at climatechess.climatesites.net.